Tempe. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Horned Frogs offense will take the field first. To the left. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference since they've expanded the quality.
Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Pulls it in. It's Payne. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He's got it. 1st down and more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, force the second down and goal.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Powers through, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense has its first opportunity of the day. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his man. It's McClain. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Udo. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The extra point here would tie the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Toss sweep right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fakes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Wants to throw on third. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Trying to do it on the ground. Pass escapes him, still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year, and that has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated, and they better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the air, it's Hoover. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, TCU. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona State. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Barnes. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle, it's Barnes. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the red zone, it's Barnes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run, and you know at this area of the field.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Snags a quick pass on the left, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Finding an escape route. There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
How about that for efficiency throughout this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Here's a heat. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Got a man, it's McAllister. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on the defense.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Sun Devils surpassed all expectations last year. Kenny Dillingham in his second year winning the league with the team that was picked to finish last, guys.
And in the playoffs, more than represented themselves well. They had the bye, but they fought Texas tooth and nail. Could have won that football game. And Jesse, a superstar at the quarterback position.
They got a really good one coming back. No Cam Scattaboo this year, though, so they're going to have to find ways to be able to run the football effectively. That was a big part of their success a year ago.
to throw. It's Levitt. Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Udo. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the move, it's Udo.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Makes the catch. It's McAllister. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers.
Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an...
Found the seam on the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch passing can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And the Horned Frogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quick pass on the fly motion. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, TCU. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Bring in the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. And let's see how that...
He lost one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another...
Zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Barnes. Turning it on!
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to adjust the pattern. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the toss. Oh, he's got a chance. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Working the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as he gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with a toss play here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Catch in the middle, it's McClain. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air. It's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Brown. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. try to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.